a little bit weird. Is that taking into account the -3 AC from Frightened 1 and being off guard due to flanking?
I have it targeted, so I'm assuming yes.
I know sometimes that, especially because of the fact we all technically have 10-foot reach. Reach is a bit buggy, and especially against larger creatures.
I mean, when I'm like, for example, as Kurzol,
Asnas didn't put my
when I
monster
click,
attack opponent beyond
when I
that.
click on the Frost Worm, it gives like the flanking
Okay, cool.
bonus. So
Nice.
Yeah,
So I will re-roll that using my Devil's Bargain though, which is
that's off guard.
Oh, that's if I critically fail. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, that wasn't a crit fail.
It's not letting me delete it, so I'm just going to ignore that that happened and end my turn.
You can? Okay.
And
Weird.
take off Stumbling Stance so you can see my token.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Yep.
The big thing is
Sorry.
it gets off guard if it hits me. But
It's already off guard being flanked, so.
yeah.
Oh, reflex. All right.
Not quite yet. Okay, there we go. Oh shit, got to hit. Is 31 a hit?
Salute didn't target the creature, but
Let me just roll it.
yeah, with the off guard, yeah, that's gonna be a hit
Mm-hmm.
because I already lowered the AC.
Nice. Alright.
However, it did succeed on the spell.
Yes, so it'll take half damage from the spell. But the lightning damage from the spell is the least cool part about this spell.
Oh, I love this spell so much. Jewel the Lightning is so fucking cool.
Actually, oh yeah,
So dramatic as well. First, like raises up his axe into the air, grabs it with two hands, and slams it down in a crash of lightning.
I have the power!
And yes, and then I do the damage of this. Sadly, I have to click on draw the lightning on every attack for some reason instead of just automatically doing it, but hey, there you go.
I mean, if it's snowing, you could argue that the bolt's damage is 2d12.
Ooh, that took more damage than... Oh yeah, fuck.
And as you smack it, you do realize that while the creature, as it damages you, it has the call that bothers even you as it deals void damage. However, the corruption wasn't as full to get rid of its own weaknesses, and the fire seems to be very effective.
Then said there's corruption with fire, Girl says, and that's my turn.
Alright, Anders.
Okay.
Sickness must be purged.
Anders is going to spend an action to use. Let me just check something. Yeah. Anders is going to spend an action to use this to give himself resistance 5. Are you going to let me drag it, please? There we go. So that's one action. I think then we go for, what do I have here that I can do? Yeah, we'll go for the swings. Why not?
Roll the damage.
I think it's that. Oh, it does take void damage. Nice. Yeah, we just keep going.
Yeah, I didn't change everything in regards to this creature.
Okay, that is my turn.
Alright, and in response, this creature, obviously the one that dealt fire damage is gonna get the most aggro.
Oh shit.
So as it starts to thrash about, it will... Thankfully, it's gonna be 2 more rounds before it gets its breath weapon back. But as it's like thrashing about, it's just gonna come down, bearing on Kurzol.
No.
Just oh, that was like
Oh.
barely a hit.
Yes.
However, you will realize that they have some nasty effect if they hit.
Well, it certainly did hit.
Okay, I'm going to make use of this.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, and then I get an
Alright.
attack against it.
Mm-hmm.
Make the attack before I continue with the.
Is that not? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I'm going to try and reroll that. Yes, there we go.
Yeah, that hits. Alright, 17.
And persistent spirit damage thanks to divine smite.
Let's see. Yeah, with a second attack, it's gonna smack you, or try to, because you do have quite high AC. Yeah,
Oh, look at that! That was a little animation there.
manages to avoid that, and then with the last one, it's gonna continue thrashing back at Kurzol, the fire wielder,
Mm-hmm.
and hits as well.
Oh my god.
Not just basics there.
All right, and that's all three actions done.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, damage and then recovery check. Yep, good.
No.
Behemoth, what do you do?
Alright, I'm going to use one action to maintain the aura. And then I am going to cast Disown It.
Here, well, let's see.
Which means
Although
if it
to be
succeeds-
fair, yeah. So it's if it succeeds, then nothing really changes. That's not a critical success, but a success. So yeah, it's gonna stay at frightened 1.
That's my 3 actions.
All right, because yes, sustaining the aura. I mean, that was a good idea with the aura and that spell if it failed horribly. Ferguson, we are back to you.
And he disappears.
Yes, I will start with a. Stumbling swing on him.
Yep.
Let's see. Just making sure all the things are getting added right.
Perfectly a-okay.
Oh,
Oh shit. No. I fucking
And
found
then
it.
I'm going to cast a spell targeting myself.
Yeah, Kurzo was here. Yeah. It with the sizes, it is counting the flank. I see the difference in AC in chat on my end.
Okay.
nice.
It may just be then at range as opposed to like in melee. Because I know that technically we all have 10-foot range, so. Come on, Foundry, no backup.
That is very disappointing of a sure strike.
4 and a 9. Well,
Oof.
You can't win them all, I suppose.
And I've yet to actually use my finisher just because of it.
It's
Uh,
unfortunate. I mean, you have
That's true.
confident finisher, so it does take half the finisher damage at least.
That's true.
Okay, that was one.
I missed that last time.
I think that's all of your free actions, Suri.
Yeah, just it takes that, and it would have taken
Just take that, basically. Roll twice.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes
half
15.
of both of those. Yeah, so
Oh, half,
Mhm.
okay.
But yeah, so basically 15. Mm-hmm.
one from last turn, just
Mhm.
because
Well, the creature is definitely bloodied.
missed that part.
Alright.
Why are you moving your token there? Like, you can't really occupy the same space as...
I'm not moving my tokens. Not sure what is going on. Hmm?
Yeah, it moved like second time.
Yeah, I
so-
don't know. I'm not moving my token. I'm not even clicking my keyboard. I'm
Eh.
just looking at my spells.
Weird shenanigans, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the creature is definitely bloodied. You are making a short work of it.
Alright. Curse is gonna attempt to do a funny. He's going to attempt to cast Blink Charge. Okay, I'm gonna try and reroll this. Reroll and keep. Oh. Not reroll using hero point. Natural 1.
Dum, dum, dum.
Well, that's my turn. Actually, no, I still get a second attack. But my spell is lost because of the crit fail. Right, then we go miss. That's my turn.
Just quick, you also do take 1d8 force damage because of a critical failure.
From what? Oh, yes, yeah. You take 1d8 force damage, I see. Let me roll that. D8. The natural one.
Alas,
Okay.
I cannot champion's reaction that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, you can attack the person who did it if you want. That's my turn.
Alright.
Fortunately, crit fails are very painful as a model.
Oh, yeah, and also you from persistent.
Roll recovery check.
You take the damage.
Mhm.
Anders.
Okay. So. What? Okay. I'm going to keep my shield raised. I love that effect. And then we.
There are some good animations in there.
Claw.
Clonk.
Crit. There we go.
Wang.
Spider does.
And it's now off guard. Again. Which actually benefits me.
Yeah, it now benefits you. Yeah, it lets out this weird mix between shriek and a frill. Like not sound,
Okay.
definitely not close, not even close with the sound, but
No, we get what you mean.
That's my turn.
it's like screeching and thrashing all around. While Kurzul has fire, Anders just delivered pain, so first strike goes on Anders. And just fucking misses.
Thank God I raised my shield actually.
Mm.
'Cause that would have hit otherwise.
Yep.
And
know
it
what?
just brings his shield to bear as he just thwacks the jaws aside.
Yeah, you know what? Second one also goes on Anders. Last one will go on Kurzul. Now this one we get.
I am going to make use of, I think. Actually, I'll take the damage. Fuck it. I've got more than enough health.
And then last one on
Just-
Kurzul.
That's a hit.
And just,
Okay.
Precisely.
just enough. Second time, just enough.
Yeah.
Okay, that was its
Mhm.
Yeah, here comes the Retributive Strike.
Yeah, that was its 3 reactions. Okay, that off guard really helped.
Yep. Let's go.
Actually, fuck, I went with the turn too quickly. So, because it would have given. So it would take the 3 damage. Because that would have happened before the end of turn. And the assisted recovery. Okay, Behemoth.
Alright. Hmm.
God, I love playing champion so much in 2E.
Yeah.
And that would feel like you're like playing champion in 5e as well.
I prefer 2E's take on like the paladin, sort of holy warrior archetype.
Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on myself. And then I'm going to put this onto our drunken fighter, so hopefully maybe I'll be lucky enough to hit something.
Ooh. Oh, that's a lot of damage about the coming this creature's way.
Yeah, I remember that buff fucking list.
So if Riot wants to just drag Stoke the Heart onto Corguson.
10 bucks says it makes me disappear. Nope.
And my last action's pretty much maintaining the aura at this point. That's me.
I think that's a +4 to damage rolls now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Give me a second, I need to turn the lights on.
Yep,
It's
heightened
getting dark.
+4, yeah.
Yeah, so this is gonna. Yeah, if Corguson hits with just anything, it's gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm hoping we can get the hitting done, cause yeah,
If I, actually hit it.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe we'll get lucky.
I like the little effects of the stumbling stance. It's little alcoholic bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Unfortunately, the dice.
Yeah, unfortunately, like you have the modifiers to hit it, especially with the penalties you are giving it, but the dice.
I roll a 3.
Yeah, the dice keeps rolling
Oh wait!
below a 10.
Oh wait! That's a crit miss.
oh, it is, yeah.
It is a crit miss.
Devil's bargain. Let's go.
Which if you can post it again, because that means it's
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
just
I'll
a reroll,
just,
or oh, okay.
It is. So it's a reroll with a +2.
If you hit that's a crit, then or
Well, I added the +2 in there.
you could check
But-
effect.
And now you get the ability to reroll at the GM.
Yeah, You
Okay.
can reroll something against me.
Okay. So
Either
there's a...
reroll a strike against me or force me to re-roll one of my saves, or like a save that I roll.
All right, I need to
Oh,
remember that.
No, it's reroll a strike against me, a save against one of my abilities, or a secret check or saving throw on me. So, like, if I were to step on a trap that I didn't realize was there, you can have that be rerolled.
Keep in mind, the GM must use the reroll before the end of the last day that you activated the armor.
Yes.
In which case, it might be a good. I'm not sure if a good idea to keep track of it.
Yeah, for now I posted it in Discord chat. I'm gonna later edit my in-game notes for stuff like
Yeah,
this.
so that is a damage.
Yeah, makes the damage roll.
Oh god, this is glorious.
That's a lot of die.
So-
39, baby.
So I was gonna say, yeah, you ain't gonna kill it in one hit. It's still alive, but it's a close thing.
So the trick is then
I mean, isn't the precision damage
that
already included
should-
in the?
yeah,
It's already
I
included,
should
so.
have used my panache by using that.
Yeah,
So I think
I
I
do
just
see.
have to take that
I do
off
see
myself.
+4/6/+1. So isn't
Yeah.
that panache?
Yeah, but just like I think my buff is supposed to come off when I do that, but it didn't. So I'm just gonna do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
The creature by now is bleeding heavily from a magnitude of wounds, thrashing about in its corrupted. I want to say glory, but not really, as it has like single-digit hit points.
I don't want to do blink charge again just to show how it works because I get 2 attacks, but I'm gonna just try and finish it off.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And-
I was thinking about fainting it so I could get my panache back, but I'll just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, actually, I need to reread it because is it like you can only have one active Stable Bargain, or is it?
It's once per day,
Oh, once per day.
So-
Okay.
so I use it, and then for the rest of the day you can roll something against me.
Okay. Alright, so guess fucking what? Guess who fucking gets killed still again?
Kill steal, I did all the work. As Kurgerson like punches it up into the air, Kurzul raises his axe and cleaves it down straight into the middle. Mm.
And as you cleave, you realize that the power welling within it has one last surprise, one last act of vengeance beyond
Uh-oh.
the grave.
Practical nuke incoming!
As death throws activate.
Oh Jesus!
In 100 feet burst, I would like to ask everyone for a basic reflex. So click on the thing in chat.
Alright. Yeah. Oh boy.
Alright, so full damage for Behemoth Anders, half for Kurzol, and of course fucking Korgerson standing right next to it. It's not bothered.
Fucking roars into the air and the blast just blows away.
Ugh.
That's not too bad.
I think it's hilarious. Corguson's reflex
No.
save is he just screams at the blood and just
Yeah, you
forces it to not hit him.
you need to get rid of that champion's reaction, Julius.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah,
Bit of a thing.
there we go. Oh Jesus!
Yes, it's slightly closer to death. I still have persistent damage, by the way.
Yeah, so do I actually. So we need to.
So let's see. I mean, you probably will be fine because it's like what you can do.
Sorry, check. Let's see. 2.
I mean, is there a possibility to like make medicine
I-
check to deal with that?
I can assist
With
via.
what exactly?
I can make it. Basically, I can spend a light in action to help you recover to lower the DC to 10.
Well, in which case I would just clear it on the first one then. So yeah, take
No,
an
I-
extra 4 damage.
I'd say just quickly because we are going to need to still operate in turn order for this because of the fact we're still.
Yes, so you walk up to me and can aid me.
Yeah, so I'll walk up. I'll spend an action to aid Kurzo,
Yes,
and I'm going to spend an
then
action to aid myself.
you can aid yourself.
You can do stuff to assist with this. Basically, is as long as there is some form of action being taken to assist with the thing, it doesn't have to be by.
Very well, and then as I said, I already rolled it, so Cursor is out of the deep.
Yeah, I'll quickly just roll mine. So, ouch.
Roll a damage, roll another.
Where the fuck do I roll the damage?
You can click on the buff bar.
Oh,
You know what I find absolutely hilarious about this?
Mm.
So Kurzul's almost dead.
Mhm.
Behemoth's almost dead. Anders is just a bit above half. Gorgason's just standing there like,
That's
what's up?
because you're too drunk to,
Okay.
realize
do I
if you
say
got hurt or not.
Cursal hits really, really hard. The enemies hit him hard back. Mm.
You know what's absolutely hilarious though
Yeah.
about stumbling stance is I also grabbed this item.
Okay,
The
that,
It's
bougie
actually
bottle.
too, but
that doesn't go away. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would again be spending actions to recover
You gain
myself.
alcohol affliction at stage 2. You cancel a poison and become drunk instead. Pick
Okay.
your poison, indeed.
Okay, time to do some medicine. So I'm going to quickly just make use of the fact that I have lay on hands. So I'm going to cast, I think, probably one onto Kurzel, one onto Kurzel, one onto Behemoth.
The lay on hand.
So both of you apply that to yourselves.
Zoom. Oh,
Oh,
you get
look
a funny animation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a very cool effect. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Just click on the apply healing. Hmm?
I was trying to figure something out. All right then. Let's see.
And just click your token and click apply healing, and that's gonna.
I was reading something because I was going to cast this spell. Because I'm trying to
Nice.
figure out how you do the heightened part of spells.
It has to be in the relevant spell slot, or if it's a focus cantrip or focus spell, it's just automatically heightened.
All right.
So yeah, prepare it in a higher slot that it should automatically take care of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just gonna
for some reason it wasn't
start
on
doing
my.
this.
I must
Right,
forget to do that
so-
earlier.
Essentially, one of the high-level enemies that the party was informed at the closer towards the start of the campaign has been dealt with. Now, mind you, right now because of your power level, it was like only a severe encounter, but still.
Mm-hmm.
It's another 33 hit points for people.
More HP.
Where's it?
Yep.
There it is.
So that takes 10 minutes in total, which means that I don't know who's got the lowest amount of health by the time that, what with this lot of healing. Probably Kurzel still, I think.
I
Yes.
am going to use this as a 3 action, so.
We really don't have to, I think.
Well, I already intend that we're probably going to be resting because
Oh yeah, fair point actually.
I need to get my stuff back. So it was. Alright, so I guess. Wow.
all right.
Wow.
So I did a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I went and looked up.
Just wait, there's an additional 33 hit points as well, as on Behemoth to heal up.
What did you look up, Ryan?
Okay.
It looks like the subling stance thing is an issue with the new add-on that Matt just added with the animations.
Did that automatically do what's the name?
Godless healing? I think so.
Alright. Because I didn't
Yeah.
take notice with the number popping up.
Here's another one for Kurzel.
Healing
Yeah,
for
that
days.
is a cool effect. I didn't see that the first time.
And then I think I'll get away with just one more of
Just the
these.
serum and monk activates only. Well, at least somebody else has
Yeah.
commented on it.
I mean, I imagine we just only have to wait for them to fix it because I don't think.
No, it's a known sequencer error that cannot be fixed.
What?
Activating token magic FX animations will avoid the issue entirely. Is what it says.
Okay, and then just finally 32 more HP for Kurzel and Behemoth.
So you're really just pumping out those healing, huh?
It takes like 30 minutes in
Alright.
like in universe as well. Like Anders is a very good healer.
All right, let's see. This should say 37. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, it does do it.
So that is 3 healing checks and like 3 lay on hands, which I've used, and it's like 30 minutes in setting, which is very fast. Because usually it would take like an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I think that's
Token
for me.
magic.
Is
Here's the
hour.
question. I don't know if I have token magic. Yeah. I'll have to check it later because I'm not sure if they mean like token magic effects as a module or as a thing.
Man, go figure though that the one feat that doesn't work is the one feat that somebody in this group would choose.
It's fucking random to me.
Sequencer. Yeah, I'll have to look it up later. However, as you spend half an hour healing yourselves up from this vicious encounter, although not really as dangerous as it could have been,
Doesn't take any damage. What the fuck?
no other foe has come to
us.
you.
Well, I figured out a workaround.
Oh, really?
I just go back in and set the opacity back to 1.
Oh, look at
Impossible to solve.
I know.
Yeah.
Look at the tilting of the token.
Yeah. Wobble back and forth.
Yeah, token magic effects is another module that I will have to get.
I
sessions.
mean, I found a workaround. That's enough, so you don't feel like you have to.
I mean, but then again, you will have to do it like every single time.
It's just once every combat. It's just
Yeah, it should be fine, bro.
yeah.
I love the tiltings. Of the
Actually, yeah, because like if you activate it in combat, you only need to do it once, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Just until encounter ends. So
if that will not be an issue, then okay, that's good. Okay, so as the party looks at the fallen, slain body in some larger pieces because of the explosion, yeah, the scene is yours if you want to talk again with one another, or if not, then what do you do?
I mean, I suppose we'll look through it and see if it's eaten any funny treasures.
would it be bad to cook and eat the corrupted worm?
I imagine it probably would. Although Anders is going to take a far more academic look at it to have a more extensive look at the effects that the corruption has on living creatures.
So that would be what?
Right, so let's see what interesting things it had eaten recently. Maybe not recently, but in its probably longish life. That, and then
Ring of energy resistance.
1, 2.
In before it's a ring of. In before it's a charm. Well, it's called a charm now. It's a charm of energy resistance to cold damage. Yeah. Yeah. What energy type is the?
All right, you
charm?
need to like specify.
Mm.
Yeah, declaring cold will be just be a dick move. So wait, so I'm gonna take out cold. I'm just gonna roll for it. So acid, electricity, fire, or sonic. So I'm gonna roll d4.
Yep.
2, so that's gonna be electricity.
Huh?
Mind you, if I didn't take out cold from the list, cold would have been second.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do find yeah, each charm of let's specify. Yeah, the electricity resistance.
I am actually going to, if it's alright, I'm going to take the Serene Mutagen. Actually, I'm not going to do that. That is actually really bad for me because it lowers my damage.
I mean, by 1, so it's like
It's 1 per damage die, so we might.
per damage die. Okay, so that changes things a little bit.
And I don't have a great deal of like static modifiers to my damage unless I'm like hitting something with my divine smite. So either way, Anders is going to take the opportunity to really get down with the nitty gritty and start examining the side effects that the corruption has on creatures.
Right, give me a roll.
So I'm going to. I don't know if if this is necessarily was written, but I think it's in the spirit of things. I'm going to make use of this.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. You are basically committing to an autopsy.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm going to make a. I'm going to make a nature check because I have a feeling this is more nature originally.
Yeah, in fact, it's nature recall knowledge. However, 19, that's not gonna be enough.
Okay, I will roll the medicine though. It means I don't get the +2 circumstance.
How do you aid someone with a roll on this?
You just aid. It's basically you spend like an action to aid, and then
If
you roll the relevant skill.
Yeah, and then if you get DC 20, then that gives plus.
All right, then I'll help you in medicine.
Okay. That is actually a critical success. That's actually a +2 to the roll. Nice.
I think you got the higher medicine anyway.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I rolled lower. But that wasn't 8 that I rolled.
Matt's over there being keyboard warrior.
Yeah, sorry, I was responding to something else, got distracted. Yeah, with those rolls. Alright, so one of the main things you realize that definitely do not try to eat meat from that creature. You definitely find signs of rot and decay. Not enough to consider this creature undead, but clearly the affliction has been spreading for a while, and of course the curse, the corruption, is able to affect and alter the capabilities of the creature to some extent, sometimes larger, sometimes smaller. You have seen here that the damage type changed, because normally it's cold damage, but for example its weaknesses didn't change. So that's that. You do not find signs that you know how some diseases, illnesses like spread, like zombie plagues, like bites, scratch marks, like injection wounds. You try to seek them out, but you do not find nothing. Whatever the vector of spread is, at least in this case, it's not physical. You are starting to suspect it's more of a like esoteric, occult thing. Like definitely, like not mundane.
Yeah, it's more magical in nature, I would assume.
Yes, that is an absolutely fair assessment.
Well, at the very least, it seems that we're not going to be able to be infected by whatever. Although I would not advise eating it.
Could I roll occultism while we're doing the autopsy to see on that front?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. I'm just gonna put another hour forward, so it's gonna take a moment.
Just to see if we can pull anything else out of that.
I mean,
On if it's more magical or more, I guess, spiritual in nature would be my thing.
With a 21. Sorry, what was your choice between spiritual
Just
and what?
whether it's more magical or spiritual, I guess. Like, is it like more a wizard did it, or is it more fucking with its soul?
With a 21. Sadly, that's considering the foe you are up against. That's
fair.
that's not too high up. However,
I did only roll
you
a 10,
don't
so.
think like it's less of a case wizard did it. Mostly because you consider that even powerful wizards, that's kind of beyond their reach to do what seems to be happening here in terms of like range and scope of this corruption. This seems more in line of like, you know, old myths and legends. Like, I know, I assume Pathfinder 2 doesn't have it, but like in D&D you have like high-level creatures that have regional effects. So it's more like this in like in effect. And sure, there might be some strong wizards, but no matter how powerful.
Not as much in the spell as much as like wizards do weird experiments. So is it like something on that front, or is it something more?
It feels
like Planar Invader.
Yeah, with Korgosan, like it feels like the vibe he gets. It's small. Fucking hell, I cannot speak. It's more eldritch.
Okay.
Like weird, like aberrations.
Which is kind of the direction that we thought it was going, but
yeah,
at least we know how it's spreading because of them, and not because of like a helpers as much.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not sure how much Korgosan knows about like planar stuff at all, and I mean, assume not much, but I don't know.
I'm not actually trained in an Arcana, which is what I'm not actually sure what it'd fall under in 2E, but
what word? Sorry.
Planar knowledge.
I think it depends on the plane in question.
That's fair. Like, Korgosan has nature, occultism, and religion.
I mean, if this is anything related to corruption, like usually that'd be related to probably occultism.
Yeah.
If it's esoteric and fucky.
But yeah, just not enough. Rolled a 10 with only my trained bonus, so. I mostly have it on there just as a chance to roll.
I mean, that's why I have untrained expertise. Sometimes you just get the nat 20s, baby.
Yeah.
So let me put you.
Just wait until you get a nat $20 check and it changes the crit failure into just a failure.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so having done the autopsy and getting just a little bit of insight into your enemies or the foe that's the unseen malevolent, at least unseen for now, malevolent force that is afflicting Northlands. Dear party, what do you do next?
I'm guessing that we're probably gonna rest to recoup spells and all that fun stuff.
Korgosan over here is just doing fucking squats while you guys are all resting, because he's just perfectly fine.
I don't. I mean, technically, I don't need to rest, but we probably should for the spellcasters of the group.
Yeah.
I am a marshal. I might like to just keep that in mind.
And this way, if we get into another fight, I can actually, help with the debuffing rather than, alright, I have these spells, that's it.
Okay, so if you want to do the rest, then you can click the rest option, which will propel time forwards with 8 hours, I believe.
Oh, look at that! Nothing to recuperate.
I get my once per day innate spell back.
No, yeah, that's the one thing that I get. Actually, it's my force shield that I get back.
Yeah, that and your what's the name? Your GM role has been, I guess, done.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the I get my item back and
This is technically still the same day.
that's fair.
You started. I mean, that's why I'm using this calendar, because you did the fight. It was like around 10-ish a.m. Now it's like
In which case, I probably wouldn't actually get my innate spell back because it's
now it's 6
a once
p.m.
per day thing,
That is true.
not a rest thing.
That is
Yeah,
true.
it's still the same day.
Because it comes from this. It's still not letting me right click. Oh, there we go. Not that.
Yeah, so you spend most of the morning and the rest of the morning and afternoon recuperating. Although
Oh, I guess I would get it.
mostly one of you recuperating.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, it does say junior. Yeah, wait. I think that entirely depends on what counts as daily preparations. Give me a second.
Although
Rest of the daily.
I imagine while you are resting, like some of you don't need to like rest. You can engage in perhaps hunting some food for yourselves.
Okay,
Basically assist Cedric in that.
just quickly, it is once every 24 hours,
Okay.
which means that if we've rested any time prior to that, which I would assume we have, because I assume we mostly sleep at night,
Mhm.
then we're not going to be able to get stuff back, so we just keep on traveling, basically. So, we do in fact not fully rest, because we've already done our daily preparations when we woke up in the morning.
So I imagine we'd travel for a bit and then rest.
We'd probably travel the full 16 hours, and then go to sleep. I don't know how many tiles that gets us across, is the thing. If any.
I mean, 16 hours would definitely like get you.
So
I
do
mean-
we have to report anywhere? Like, do we need to go tell the queen we killed the worm?
I mean, I think about it. Technically, that is an option. However, to simplify things, when the worm was slain and you like spent some time, you would have met like an emissary of some kind. Maybe like a small fairy creature, or maybe like a plant would come up like alive, like note things down, and then because well, freeze-dried and whatnot, the nature fey kind has some tricks up their sleeve for quick
Makes
transportation.
sense.
So that you don't have to backtrack in character.
In which case, we should probably head for the place of power. Rest right before it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah. So it would be like literally the next, like morning, the next day when you would be like here-ish. Because I'm roughly counting that it takes you more or less around a day to get through a hex, especially one that's mostly wild and one that doesn't really have beaten paths.
That's actually a good point. The smaller dotted lines, like the orange and the blue, are they just paths or?
Okay, so so the orange one, the orange ones are like paths, but ones that are not really secured, and more like the road is going through here, but sometimes it's really not good, sometimes not clear, sometimes it may be some rubble, some obstacle there. The blue ones are basically treated that okay, this area we mostly like secured. There are some maybe not often, but maybe there are some sort of patrols. Like treat it as area that, yeah, it should be safer for Kingdom of Frost. Well, your kingdom.
And where they're overlapping here, just ignore that they're overlapping.
Yeah, because I'm editing them up on Wonder Draft, this entire line, this entire orange lines are like one object in
Alright, that makes sense.
in the program, and I didn't want to delete it and try to make it new one again.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
basically I overlaid it.
I mean, I think it makes sense. It's like we get to here, and all of a sudden we can go up that way or this way. This way
Yeah.
it's not been secure yet, so
It makes sense. I was just making sure that like there wasn't like it's half secure or something.
Although, to be fair, that's also gonna be a problem that you might consider, especially Kurzweil might like start thinking about it, because you did ask like what are the potential issues with the capital and might be going on. It was mentioned last week before we had to like cut it short that while the resources are coming in, some of them seem to be wasted because the logistics are not properly established. Because you have a foundry, it's still a matter of having a lumberyard and stonemason as buildings. And apart from some basic infrastructure like some basic walls and whatnot around those mines, like mine thingies you have recaptured, are not really that many, defensive buildings up there. So hypothetically speaking, if there's an army coming up from somewhere, it's gonna be rough. So like the kingdom is doing nice, but there are still some stuff that's missing. Yeah. The place of power itself, as you'll be arriving there around noon, after having a chance to do the long rest, and thankfully not having any encounter challenge that would be bothersome for you. The place of power thingy encounter, I'm gonna think if I just wanna do the fighty fight or think of something else. There are two things I wanna handle apart from the milestone questions that we're gonna do at the end. One of them is that, while it wasn't really a focus of the session, your characters were swinging by the capital even for a short moment. So as players, I want to give you an option, like as a lot of time has passed, we are on like session 17 plus in-game, like we are. Yes, we started like in-game, in character, we started in March, and we are at the start of June. So time is passing by. So you get an option to decide what sort of structure you want added in the capital. And as a reminder, what is currently present. And yes, for the background NPC addition, I went with brewery, because that just holds too much potential for shenanigans.
I
Oh
will
no,
ruffle.
drunken trolls and giants.
Yeah, they have to make moonshine so strong that if you sell it to a regular mortal, they're just gonna die from alcohol poisoning.
Ah, yes, a light dwarven light bear. Mm.
Oh yeah, and also as a reminder, right now still consider kingdom level at 5, so like structure 5 or lower in terms of like structure level. Which reminds me, I need to actually put the link somewhere visible.
Yeah, put the link so we can figure out a little more we can add.
I mean, I kind of hint it. I mean, if it will be ultimately your choice. One of the hints I've given that, like, go with the like one of the resource processing buildings, because you only have a foundry and there's still like a lumber yard and stonemason. Lumber yard is
Yeah.
for handling lumber, and yeah, stonemason for stone, obviously. That's one route you can go. There might be some military building you might consider.
I feel disappointed there's not a brothel.
That's first edition.
Ah.
First edition Kingdom Building is also where you can get 400 BP a turn.
Hmm?
It's very
Mhm.
exponential.
Yes, it's a bit silly.
Hmm.
Do we have unfrozen water sources?
Yeah, I mean, the capital is right at the large river, like very large river.
Okay, that's fair. I'd say we go for the lumberyard since we just did all that work for the
No,
lumber
it makes
camps.
a lot of sense actually. Yeah. Since that was the whole gimmick, right? Get the Dell store started. Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna edit the
Ridiculous.
note later.
And while I know it's kind of placeholder, the Kingdom of Frost is actually kind of a cool name.
It is, yeah.
I mean, Occam's Razor. I thought of it. I'm like, I'm gonna skip it for now. If they think of something better, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was the building I wanted to mention. Because I'm doing the bookkeeping stuff. One quick question: have you perhaps considered some like personal goal, or not really? Yeah, Anders has the like dealing with corruption. Behemoth is like, you know, acquiring arcane knowledge. Kurzol obviously becoming chieftain.
Yeah. That's, that's a decent amount of personal goal. But I mean, I suppose
If you don't want it, Corgerson, like we can just, you know, roll with regular stuff.
yeah, Kyrgyzstan, what are your ideas?
Oh, hold on.
Hmm? Oh no!
Oh god!
I'm killing Matt.
Oh, God.
His goal is to murder the GM.
That fucking took me by surprise. Okay, I mean, it's canon. I'm noting it down.
I am afraid.
Yeah. Wants to get. Oh god. Fuck, my throat hurts now.
Must be that good.
Oh my fucking god. I'm dying. Okay, I'm gonna think of something. Okay, that's for bookkeeping. Also, just so I have like a slightly better idea for longer term, after dealing with, unless you become aware of something more in the place of power, but after dealing with that place, what would be your potential ideas? To mention some rumors you have also heard, passing by and whatnot, is that, remember those ogres you have met and quickly dispatched? From the Bluebelly family, I believe they introduced themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are more rumors coming by that there seem to be more ogres hanging about, like there's more presence of them in the general vicinity of this place of power. So that's one thing. Second, apart from like you have noticed way before that these mountains perhaps have like giant eagles living in them, there's also one of the fresher reports rumors indicate like these high mountains might have a cyclops, unknown if one or more. The big kind.
As opposed to the small kind of cyclopses.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna give the level type, but like there's like a lesser level creature and there's higher level creature version of Cyclops.
A low level Cyclops, just a halfling that's missing an eye.
He's just
Limo.
eyeing up the competition.
Or if you are thinking about checking one of those weird cold or hot places, I can start thinking about that.
We could go check the cold place.
I mean, the cold place sounds very fitting for us. I'm kind of curious about that. But yeah.
If I remember, Matt was saying something about it being cold enough that our cold immunity might get bypassed by it.
It's too cold.
There's definitely something weird going on in there.
Or it was either that, or it was this way up here above, at the top of the map, was too cold.
Yeah, I mostly definitely said that this up north there, it's something that, it's like, your immunity to cold will not be enough to, like, it's not like insta save. It might assist, but it's not like a problem solver.
Or it's almost negated.
Yeah, but this thing, it might have some interesting things. The very hot place also have some interesting things, but obviously that's the risk of your weakness to fire.
Yep.
We're gonna get cooked.
Yeah. Okay, so the Cyclops encounter I can like prepare easily. The ogres perhaps as well. So I have some potential ideas. I'm gonna think about that. So last thing for bookkeeping, as again the place of power fight or encounter or challenge will happen next time. Let's go through the questions. So, has the party learned anything new / interesting / useful, and or?
I guess pretty much more of the corruption, and it's starting to affect things.
New or interesting? We just the corruption is interesting and all, but like it's nothing new, so to say. Right?
Yeah.
Remember, it doesn't have to fill all 3 criteria. That's why I say new and or interesting and or useful.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like,
well, I think we know that it doesn't seem to be spreading like an ordinary plague, which is usually what would
that
be
is useful, especially since High Priest is infected with it. So we need to keep an eye on him and how it spreads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the fact that it's not spreading like an ordinary infection, and an ordinary plague, and the fact that it seems to have managed to somehow affect the High Priest.
Not yet infected, but like frazzled. So you know how you basically are weakened when you deal with sickness, and like you stop being sick, but you still have some, like, oh shit, I just dealt with like sickness. That's kinda what was going on with him. Like he was like frazzled, disheveled, spiritually. But yeah, I'm if you are fine with it, I'm fine with giving you a milestone point for that.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Have you defeated a notable enemy?
I don't think the Frost one was a notable enemy, I'll be entirely honest.
you don't believe in the word?
To be fair, it was when you first learned about it because you were lower level, and you would have been fucked if you fought with that.
Yes, but we've grown. We've grown.
Yeah.
Maybe it's notable because it's a foreshadowed enemy.
I mean, it was a quest by the Queen of Buffet, but
I mean, yeah, sure, why not? It's a noble enemy, we'll do it. Why not? Yes.
Okay. Have you survived a not worthy dangerous encounter? It was not able enemy, but the encounter itself, I mean, you pretty much rolled over it.
Killing it was dangerous. 13d6.
Yeah.
You-
Fucking
Yeah.
exploded, dude. Mm.
So you want to say
But-
yes on that question?
I mean, the encounter itself, I feel, wasn't dangerous, but like adding in the death throws, it kind of was. I'll leave that up to everyone else.
I mean, it was part of the encounter, so
I mean, there's a very good chance that if Matt had rolled just a little bit better, I think, in a couple of attacks, there's a good chance that we may have lost like 1 or 2 people from that. So
Yeah, it was Shah Halud. We fought Ice Shah Halud.
so I'm gonna say yes.
Alright. Have you acquired a worthy treasure?
No.
No.
Oh, good shit.
Alright.
We haven't found shit.
So, have your actions assisted your people, your tribe?
Yes.
Yes,
Alright.
because the dryads.
Okay. So you are getting close, real close, but no level up just yet.
Mhm.
Considering I'm probably gonna think of something, cook something spicy for the place of power. Yeah, it's most likely that the RT will be getting level up next session.
Hooray! What the fuck do I get as champion at level 10?
So, Donut,
Yes, me.
what's the important stat for kineticist?
Con.
Is it only con?
I'd say con and like depending on what element you go, either like dexterity or strength.
Okay, because I'm just kind of like looking. It's like I found one. And it's like DC of 10 plus your ability modifier. It's like what ability?
Yeah, so a lot of kineticist damage. A melee kineticist is going to, of course, want strength and con, because if a kineticist spends 2 actions to charge up their elemental blast, they get to add their con as a status bonus to damage.
Oh yeah, there it is. And it's strength to melee ones. I see there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you're gonna go melee kineticist, I think you generally go. I think it's wood or earth. Wood, earth, or metal. I think are the 3 melee ones. While fire, water, and the rest are generally better at being ranged.
Okay.
It would have been proper funny to play a fire kineticist in the frozen lands, but it would definitely not make any fucking sense whatsoever.
I mean, I will admit that's the kineticist I was looking at because just straight fire with all of the single element feats.
Yeah, fire is the damage element of the kineticist. It doesn't have any real utility. It's just all damage.
We cook or we die. Probably both.
I mean, there's also the option of just grabbing as many elements as possible.
Become the avatar.
I mean, yes. And then some.
What do we get? What do we get at level 10? Let's find out. Oh, champion gets fucking nothing at level 10.
Because you can get 2 elements at level 1, then a 3rd element at 5 and 10, and a 4th element at 10. So you can be the avatar by level 10, and you get 2 more on top of that, so you can grab metal and some shit.
Mm-hmm.
What do I get at 10?
I get a champion feel. We get ability boost at level 10, which is nice. So you can increase 4 attributes up, which means that I'm gonna have the most ridiculously well balanced stat array.
I get a feat, which might mean that I get flurry.
Level 10 for me means I get something. I don't actually know.
So,
Maybe ready.
thanks for the session. I hope you had fun. I'm gonna bounce. I need to make myself more tea, something to prepare for food. And probably in about an hour, I'm gonna be switching Foundry server to a different campaign.
Yeah, in that case,
good.
thank you for the session.
So,
and
yeah.
hope your cough gets better.
Yeah, I hope so as well. So, see you next week.